Alright, what's going on ladies and gentlemen, I'm CTigirsGaming and welcome to Call of Duty Vanguard news. In this video we'll be going over what to expect in the Vanguard beta from the fixes they've done, weapons, maps and all that good stuff. And if you guys are excited for Vanguard's multiplayer reveal and beta, make sure to see for the like button. For everything Call of Duty, make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell and join notification squad. Without further ado, let's get around to it. Okay, let's start off by talking about all the changes that they've done from the alpha to the beta, and to be honest this really excites me because this means that Sledgehammer Games are actually listening to the community and they are trying to improve their game. And as you guys know, when there is communication between the developers and the community, that is always amazing. The very first thing they mention in the blog is that they've done some visual updates, and to be honest with you guys, they are much needed updates. In the beta you can expect the damage overlay to be changed. If you played the Champion Hill alpha last week, you know when you were on low health it was almost impossible to see, the screen became so dark it wasn't even funny. Well, that is no longer the case when the beta comes out, because they have refined the damage overlay when injured to help maintain visibility. Basically what they've done is when you are on low health you will no longer have the very dark screen. Now you can actually see more than 3 centimeters in front of you, which is always good. Next up they talk about some lighting updates. First of all, they have reduced the density of the sun fog. They've also increased the rim light around players to help separate them from the background, and to be honest with you guys, this is a very good update as well, because at times in the alpha it was very difficult to tell the player from the environment just because everything looked similar, so that is quite a good update. And finally they have adjusted the overall exposure, aka they have turned up the lights. Okay, if I say so myself, definitely these were much needed updates in the beta and we will be finally getting them, which is always good. When it comes to the visual updates, that's everything they've done. Now let's move on to audio and see what they've changed. Just a quick note to avoid confusion, every time I say non-player that means everybody but you, okay? That includes enemies and teammates only. The first thing they've done is that they have slightly increased non-player footstep volume. Okay, now I am sitting on the fancy because I am a bit happy and at the same time I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit happy because in the alpha at times you couldn't hear the enemy footsteps even with headphones, which was terrible, but at the same time I am a bit scared because if you can hear the footsteps very loudly, that's just gonna encourage more camping like we had in Modern Warfare. And let's be honest, from what we've seen in the alpha, we really do not need more camping. Also, they have reduced the non-player weapon volume alongside the announcer volume and call out frequency. Again, if you played the Champion Hill alpha, the announcer was getting too annoying. Every 1 second he would call out something, whether it was a stun grenade being thrown or 10 seconds remaining or this or that. So in my opinion, that's good that they have reduced it. And okay, it might have not been every 1 second, but you know what I mean. And lastly, for the audio, they have also changed the global MP mixing pass to improve informative audio for gameplay. Moving on, Sledgehammer Games also tuned the Champion Hill spawning, and to be honest that was much needed. They have tuned spawn locations and adjusted overall spawn logic, and they have finally also fixed that one courtyard spawn where you and the enemy were right in front of you, and before you could move, boom, the enemy would just shoot you and kill you. That was terrible, but it's finally fixed now. We move further down the block and they mention some fixes in the pipeline. Now what this means, unfortunately these issues will not be fixed by the beta. However, when the official game releases on November 5th, these issues will be addressed. Okay, the first thing they say is that we identified a destructible wall on Champion Hill with a mismatched collision model. Even though it appeared as a solid wall, there was a hole allowing the raycast to pass through and show nameplates. And why is this an issue, you may ask? Well, they give us a note saying nameplate visibility works by doing a raycast from you to other players. If there is something blocking it, the nameplate shouldn't be visible. And the second thing they mentioned that will be fixed by launch is that there were some name tag and aim assist related issues. Unfortunately, they don't go into more details about what these issues are. They just say name tag and aim assisted issues. Okay, when it comes to the fixes from the alpha to the beta, this is everything they say. Now let's move on and talk about everything that will be available in the beta regarding weapons, maps and all that good stuff. Let's start off with the maps that will be available in the beta, and in total there will be 8 maps. Yes, you heard that correctly, there will be 8 maps in the beta, 4 of which are going to be the Champion Hill maps that we've already played in the alpha, alongside 4 new 6v6 maps. We have Hotel Royale, we have Gavuto, we have Red Star and we have Eagle's Nest. Just keep in mind the map Eagle's Nest will be available during week 2 of the beta when it is available to all platforms. Other than Eagle's Nest, all the other maps I mentioned will be available day 1. Moving on from the maps to the available game modes in the beta, there will be 6 available game modes that we can play. We will have Champion Hill, this time solos, duos and trios. We will also have Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, Search and Destroy, which will be available during week 2, and finally we will be getting an all new game mode called Patrol, which will be kicking off Saturday of week 1. Fortunately for us, Sledgehammer Games did give us a small description about what Patrol is, so let's see what it's all about. Based on hardpoint, this objective based mode features a scoring zone in near constant motion. If operators want to rack up points for their team, they should keep up and move around the map within this patrol point. To put all of that in a simpler way, it's basically hardpoint, but instead of the hardpoint staying in one location, it will be in constant motion throughout the map. I'm not gonna lie, that got me quite excited, cannot wait to try it out. Okay, let's move on from game modes to everybody's favorite part, and that is the weapons. When it comes to Champion Hill, weapons are persistent throughout matches. There are 10 upgrades per weapon, each adding 1 attachment, so that is similar to the alpha. There will be 3 rotating weapon sets featuring 2 ARs, 2 LMGs, 2 snipers, 2 shotguns and 2 pistols. Once again, this is very similar to the alpha, but now in the beta you will have more options to choose from, and that is quite good. Sledgehammer Games also mentioned that for co-multiplayer you will also be able to level up weapons to level 30. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's quite a lot. And if you are a PlayStation player, you will get 2 extra custom loadouts to make it 12 in total and 10 for all other platforms. Again, we've seen this in Black Ops Cold War, so this is nothing new. Is this a good thing? Absolutely no. Why can't everybody have 12 custom loadouts? That is absolutely stupid, but I guess it's the exclusive deal with PlayStation and Activision. In terms of weapons, that's all they say. Unfortunately, they don't specify what weapons will be getting in the beta. But now let's move on to the new features. We have an all new feature called combat pacing, and this basically gives you 3 options to choose in terms of lobbies. Sledgehammer Games say the following: combat pacing is a feature that allows players to select the intensity of their games. Player count is determined by map size to achieve the intensity described in the combat pacing system. Player count will vary. You have 3 combat pacing. First of all, you have tactical. These are the lobbies that franchise veterans know well. This is the experience that you're used to with classic Call of Duty combat timing. Tactical combat pacing is always 6v6. Okay, next up we have assault. Balanced combat pacing that gives you enough room to breathe and a lot of targets to kill. In beta weekend 1, player count will vary between 20 and 28 players. Okay, and lastly we have blitz, high action lobbies where the intensity is cranked up to frantic levels. Prepare for plenty of combat when choosing to join a blitz. In beta weekend 1, player count will vary between 24 and 48 players. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. Each combat pacing will allow more players into lobbies, and that is absolutely amazing. And I can already tell the blitz combat pacing will come in handy when going for the camo grind. And lastly, for the beta we will have 6 different operators that we can choose from. Of course, we have our 4 main characters being Sergeant Kingsley, Wade, Paulina and Lucas, but we'll be getting 2 additional operators, Daniel Takayatsu and Roland Zimit. As if I wasn't already excited for the Vanguard beta, now I am even more excited reading this blog. There are a lot of amazing content coming, and it's only the beta. Like I said, this is gonna be one hell of a time for COD players. As always, stay tuned to this channel because you do not want to miss any of these videos. Multiplayer reveal is almost here, only 3 days to go, and then 3 days following that we will have the official first day of the beta, and like I said, I am very excited. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you are excited for the beta, make sure to see for the like button. For everything Call of Duty, make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell and join notification squad, and I'll catch you guys later.